Also, I was singing it like
You
yeah,
started
that was
thinking
it.
about it.
No, that was it. I didn't even know what the Jordans were till I heard that shit.
Take a lap, Billie. Take a lap. Walk it out.
I don't really run otherwise.
I'm going to ask you some questions, some trivia questions, and then some quotes, and we'll see how well you do. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Phineas, and I'm going to interview my sister, Billie Eilish.
I'm Billie Eilish.
So, your EP's finally out. How's that feel?
It's been a long, process, I feel like, because
Yeah.
we, wrote a lot of the songs that are on it, actually, a year or a year and a half ago. It's just kind of, taken forever to come, so now I'm, satisfied it's actually here. Here we go.
Yeah, I feel like so much of your creative direction on everything, to me, has, changed how I see the songs that we wrote together. Even,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
What were, your biggest inspirations as far as, visuals?
I kind of just came up with it without thinking of anything else. I was like, I want to be in a yellow room, on a red ladder, in a red outfit, and 1,000 chains. And so I did it, and
Music is in Billie Eilish's blood. With both of her parents involved in the entertainment world, it's no surprise. She's also shared a deep musical connection with her older brother Phineas O'Connell for years. Phineas not only co-writes many of Billie's songs, but also acts as her producer. In fact, he was the one who wrote her breakout debut single, Ocean Eyes.
Yeah, I feel like so much of your creative direction on everything, to me, has changed how I see the songs that we wrote together. Even,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
What were your biggest inspirations as far as visual?
Given how close the siblings are and how often they work together, it's amusing to watch them in a more formal setting where one is interviewing the other.
probably one of the main ones is Tyler, the Creator. I feel like he's such his own person.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know, he's so funny and he just does whatever he wants, I think.
Billie, it was great to meet you.
Shut up.
With so many YouTube channels, pop culture outlets, and radio programs flooding the scene, celebrity interviews can often feel dull and repetitive. But then there's Hot Ones, the show that completely flips the script by challenging guests to answer questions while eating progressively spicier chicken wings. If you're looking to see your favorite stars in their most genuine and unfiltered state, this is the show to watch. And true to form, even as her taste buds are on fire and she's clearly struggling, Billie remains unmistakably, unapologetically herself.
Take a lap, Billie. Take a lap. Walk it out.
I don't really run otherwise.
I wouldn't be able to tell.
Even while her mouth is on fire and she's visibly overwhelmed, Billie stays completely true to who she is, pure Billie through and through. As the youngest guest ever on Hot Ones, she powers through the heat, takes a walk to recover, and still manages to show off her signature charm.
I'm gonna do this one then, again. Because I'm gonna do it.
We've said it before and we'll say it again. Billie Eilish has serious style. A rising fashion icon with a bold, unconventional wardrobe, she joined Joe LaPuma of Complex at Stadium Goods in NYC in early 2019 to chat all things fashion.
I like my shoes super thick. I don't know, I feel like a lot of guys feel like that about girls. I feel like that about shoes.
Okay.
Billie speaks candidly, sharing her dislike for typical women's footwear, her love for bold, eye-catching sneakers, and how Houston rapper Riff Raff was the one who first introduced her to Jordans.
You started
that was
thinking
it.
about it.
No, that was it. I didn't even know what the Jordans were till I heard that shit. I was like, what are Jordans?
Billie's passion for sneakers is undeniable, especially when she recalls how she practically wore out her Ghost Green Legacy 312s. For anyone who's ever questioned her status as a true sneakerhead, this video leaves no doubt.
Hey, bro, I love burritos. I love sneakers and I love burritos, so I'm good. And it's so much more than just singing a song, because you can have a beautiful voice and there's no emotion in it, and she really just
For emerging musicians, especially those who've recently risen to fame, witnessing their influence grow can be an incredibly surreal experience. As Billie observes fans performing her songs, it's clear she's deeply touched by how profoundly her music resonates with listeners.
Woo! God, that is so clean. What?
More than anything, she appeared genuinely amazed by the incredible, often overlooked talent out there. As always, Billie remained both humble and full of enthusiasm, at times even seeming on the verge of tears. One of the most heartwarming moments comes when the video captures fans watching Billie react to their performances, creating a beautiful full-circle moment that highlights the powerful bond between artist and audience.
That's kind of what I wanted to put out. I sing more with emotion than I do with making it sound perfect.
Abby, dude, the emotion you have, oh my God, beautiful.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's something I've lived with my whole life, and everybody knows, like everybody in my family, all my friends, all the people that are closest to me know I have it, and it's not anything different.
Growing up is already challenging, but doing it while constantly being watched by the public as a music star can be incredibly overwhelming. Teen years are often filled with insecurity, and for Billie Eilish, that pressure intensified in 2018 when a video surfaced on YouTube compiling what looked like facial tics from various interviews. Instead of avoiding the topic, Billie confronted it directly, openly revealing that she has Tourette syndrome.
But normally, if it's like a pre-taped thing, they cut out the questions.
Right.
And that's when I let them out.
In 2019, Billie Eilish opened up about her condition during an honest conversation with Ellen DeGeneres, expressing that while she doesn't want Tourette syndrome to define who she is, being open about it has allowed her to form a deeper bond with her fans. For many, it's just another reason to admire and find inspiration in her authenticity and strength.
When I said that, there were kids that were posting and being like, oh my God, I've always had this.
Yeah.
Like, now she has it and she's who I can look up to with it. But
Yeah.
Billie Eilish is not just a music icon. She's also a master storyteller. This camping trip tale, it's pure chaos, childhood trauma, and comedy rolled into one unforgettable moment.
When I was about 9, I went on a camping trip with all my homeschool friends. Like a couple hours after we got there, we saw some deer in the field. We were like, wow, there's deer in the field. And so me and all my friends, we started to run towards the deer in the field. And we were all like, oh, wow, some deer. And then one of my friends was like really flipped out of bugs. And so she would always like overreact to bugs and stuff. She started screaming, like screaming. And she started screaming and like, oh my God, there's bees in my hair. And we were like, this bitch. And we were like 9. I was like, this bitch is just overreacting. Like, she's not. And then we started to run. And my other friend fell to the ground and started screaming. And she was like, there are bees in my hair. And she started screaming the same thing. And I was like, oh my God. And so I like ran over to help her. And then my other friend fell down. And she started screaming that there were bees in her hair. It was literally a horror movie, and we were all screaming like we were dying, like because we thought we were and so then I ran back to help them because I wasn't gonna just leave them where all the bees were, like, and so I kind of had accepted like I'm next. I know I'm next, and so I reached down to like help them back up, and I just like felt it. I felt it started down here in the back of my head, and then it just was like. And there were all these bees all over my head, stinging my head. There was one, and then I saw them fly there, and one stung me under my nail. They were yellow jackets, we realized, because yellow jackets don't die after one sting. So we had gone to see the deer, stepped on a yellow jacket nest, and they had all swarmed us, and I'm telling you, there were like 20 bees stinging my head at once. All of us. And then we all were like screaming and screaming like bloody f***ing murder. And we run back to the campground and...
Imagine your 9-year-old brain processing that. Just, nope.
Whole camping, it was a lot of people. They all came and they all like rushed over to us and we were like, there's bees in our hair. And then everybody's like mom started like pulling bees out of my hair. And then they made us all take our shirts off because bees were falling into our shirts. And I was 9, so it wasn't like I was like taking my shirt off in front of people, but I was really insecure and I was really upset and I never wanted, like I never even wore like bikinis when I was younger and like, I didn't even own a swimsuit. And they made me take my shirt off in front of everyone, in front of like all the boys in the camping, or yellow jackets all over my head. I was sobbing, like all of us were sobbing and screaming, and everywhere I looked was another friend of mine screaming who was in the field and having people pull yellow jackets out of their head. And then suddenly I looked at my finger and my finger was like that big. like huge.
Under the nail, that should be illegal. Actually, it probably is in some human rights agreement. Billie Eilish has had her fair share of unforgettable moments, but this one, it's pure gold. In a hilarious twist, she decided to prank call none other than Justin Bieber, pretending she was quitting music for good.
Hello?
Justin,
What up?
I have something to tell you.
What?
Dude, I can't do this shit anymore. Like, I am gonna quit music, and I'm not doing this anymore.
I feel like really, like, first and foremost, like, I'm, like, is everything okay? Like,
I just am, like, not enjoying it, and there's nothing you could say or do that would change my mind. I'm done. I'm quitting. So I just wanted to let you know.
As Billie keeps a straight voice, Justin gets genuinely concerned. You can hear it. He's not just her mentor, he truly cares about her well-being. And just when things get a little too real, Billie drops the bomb. It's all a prank.
you know, forget business for a second. Like, you tell me what's going on? I'm a human at the end of the day, so put business and work relationship aside. Like, I want to make sure you're okay.
I just realized, like, I don't have any interest in this, and I'm done. But I'm good, thank you for asking. But also, I'm pranking you, and I'm making a video for Elle.
This moment didn't just make us laugh, it reminded us how real their friendship is. Iconic, unexpected, and 100% Billie.
Okay, here's what's annoying. I hate the color blue. It's like my least favorite color.
Billie certainly isn't the first star to be interviewed while surrounded by cute puppies. But, as always, Eilish has a unique way of making herself unforgettable.
I was just really annoying. I feel like 13 is the worst age. 13 is just like everything you do is annoying as hell, and everyone you know is horrible.
Sure, she gets sidetracked now and then by the overwhelming cuteness in her lap, but she still manages to answer the questions quite well, something not all of her fellow celebrities can claim.
I don't know, I'm hella nervous for Coachella, dude. I've been having nightmares about it and shit. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be super like disorienting and fucking scary and shit.
She opens up about everything from her blue hair to chocolate chip cookies and her personal growth, speaking honestly and without hesitation. And let's not forget her outfit. It's signature Billie Eilish style through and through.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to do that now. I've always loved fashion. I've always loved the idea of doing that.
Before we reveal our #1 choice, here are some noteworthy contenders that deserve a special mention.
This was like one of my favorite dudes. It's really weird because I remember like him being like a kid. I would always agree with his opinions on stuff. And I just thought he was so funny and cute. I was like, ah! Okay.
Old stores, Kitcraft.
What about Kitcraft?
What have you bought there?
What the f***?
I can do it. First CD I ever bought was nothing because I didn't buy CDs ever. What the hell?
So every time I hear it, it's just like, I just get this like Costa Rica feeling and just like reminds me of the way that trip felt. Every time I heard it, I just felt bad, you know, like bad, not like bad, but like bad.
I like bright green a lot.
I like black. It's been pretty dark lately, so I've just wanted to be dark with it. The world, I mean.
On October 18th, 2017, Billie Eilish participated in an interview with Vanity Fair. Exactly 1 year later, the magazine brought her back to answer the same questions again. The outcome was a fascinating glimpse into how much Billie had evolved, both personally and professionally, over the span of just 1 year.
But, I don't know, I would like to go to, I don't know, anywhere and not be always recognized.
The interview offers numerous powerful insights, many of which are truly eye-opening. But what stands out the most is how emotionally moved Billie becomes during the process.
It was at the Crocodile in Seattle, and it was like 500, I think. That's what I said?
Whoa.
There's a striking contrast between the two versions of Billie, yet both are authentic reflections of who she is. A lighter, more comedic take on this idea was filmed with Capital FM, where Billie amusingly repeats the same interview just 10 minutes later, offering a fun twist on the concept.
What am I thinking about? How I'm being ignored by the one person I don't want to be ignored by.
Ever notice how Billie Eilish turns even a random studio ramble into art? Case in point, this off-the-cuff moment. That's so her.
It's almost like someone like slamming you into a wall and being like, "You look really pretty!" And you're like, "Wow, that's really a lot."
That's the strange duality of Billie's world, where beauty and brutality collide in a single breath. And speaking of raw, unfiltered moments...
Also, I was singing it like, "Die!" I was like it was very guttural.
That's the original sound.
What am I saying?
Cuz.
Wait.
That's amazing.
That's from getting older.
Yeah.
Guys.